From the WHIO Broadcast Center in high definition, this is News Center 7.
An outpouring of support for Dayton Police Detective George Del Rio. Dayton Police Chief Richard Beal has said Del Rio will not survive his injuries. Thank you for joining us. I'm Adam Marshall. This morning, dozens of law enforcement officers lined the halls at Grandview Medical Center, all for an honor walk. This is doctors took Del Rio into surgery for organ donation. News Center 7 anchor Letitia Perry has been at Grandview Medical Center throughout the entire morning, covering every single detail. She was also there as those police officers began to arrive for that honor walk. She leads our Team 7 coverage this afternoon and is live at Grandview with the very latest details. Letitia.
Adam, this morning at Grandview, as you mentioned, nearly 50 cruisers all came, were on the property, were inside of the hospital. Right now, at this noon hour, there are only less than 5 cruisers that are on the property that we've been able to see. As you know, this is where Dayton Detective George Del Rio has been since Monday evening. And as you mentioned as well, Dayton Police Chief Richard Beal said that his injuries were non-survivable. I'd like to show you a picture of the detective we've been talking about and honoring all week. This is a picture of Detective George Del Rio. And I'd like to recap as well what has been going on this week and why he is the focus of our attention. You may remember that on Monday we were there and shot this video as there was a DEA drug-related warrant being served at a home in the 1400 block of Ruskin Road in Dayton, Ohio. Detective Del Rio was part of that team serving the warrant. He was shot twice as he headed into the basement of the house. Fellow officers on scene rushed him into the back of a cruiser and rushed him here to Grandview Medical Center. We have been providing Team 7 coverage here at the hospital since Monday evening. Well, that night back at the scene there on Ruskin Road, 5 people initially were taken into custody and questioned. 4 of those were adults. 1 was a juvenile. That juvenile was eventually let go, and the 4 adults were arrested. Now, 3 of those 4 adults are now facing federal charges. In that house, drugs were confiscated, including fentanyl, cocaine, marijuana. Cash was confiscated, $50,000 in cash, and several high-powered guns. Back out here live now. Then came this morning, Adam, as you mentioned, around 7 o'clock this morning, just at the end of our daybreak show, we saw all of the police cruisers from the Dayton Police Department, from undercover agents and unmarked vehicles as well. Montgomery County Sheriff's deputies were here. Also, officers from around the Miami Valley, about 50 cruisers as I counted on the side streets in front of the hospital, on the property as well. All of those officers coming in, heading inside for, as you mentioned, what's called an honor walk. Now, our Team 7 coverage continues this afternoon, and for more on the honor walk and what happens from here, we turn it to the other side of the hospital. We have crews all over. We go to News Center 7's Mike Campbell for the latest on that. Mike?
Letitia, we saw hundreds of police officers, sheriff's deputies, state troopers, and federal agents flock into this hospital about 8 this morning, heading into the emergency room entrances. Because George Del Rio is an organ donor, the last part of his life will be dedicated to once again saving lives. Part of that organ donation tradition is an honor walk from the patient's room to the surgical center. This sheriff's deputy escorted 3 cars right to the ambulance entrance of the emergency room at Grandview Hospital. We believe family members and hundreds of law enforcement officers joined in the traditional honor walk for Del Rio. They joined the people usually involved in that ceremony, doctors, nurses, orderlies, patient care technicians that honor an organ donor. About 10 Thursday morning, hundreds of those officers wrapped up their involvement in that ceremony and left the hospital, many going right back on duty. We also spotted some of the 100 or so DEA agents here consoling each other over Del Rio's loss. Dayton Police Chief Richard Beal told us just hours after the shooting that Del Rio exemplified what the Dayton Police Department strives to be.
Detective George Del Rio dedicated his entire career to combating the illegal drugs that have plagued our community. There's no doubt that through his hard work and dedication, Detective Del Rio has saved and changed countless lives. Through his own sacrifice and peril, George exemplifies the Dayton Police Department's motto, honor, through service and service with honor.
Back live now. It was quite an emotional scene to see all of those law enforcement officers coming back out of the hospital after playing their role in that honor walk. Now, unfortunately, we do expect the Dayton Police Department to officially confirm Detective George Del Rio's death sometime at the conclusion of that organ donation surgery. We then expect that he will be giving, his body will be given a police escort from here to the Montgomery County Coroner's Office for an autopsy and then a preparation for a celebration of life service scheduled for next week. We continue to gather more information about the honors coming in for this fallen officer. We will keep you updated on everything we learn throughout the afternoon at WHIO.com and starting at 5 right here on News Center 7. For now, I'm Mike Campbell reporting live. Let's go back to Letitia.
Mike, thank you. Again, we're on the other side of Grandview Medical Center right now. Coming up in just a few minutes in this program, I'm going to give you information on the public memorial. A lot of people have been showing an outpouring of love and support and offering prayers to God for this family. But if you'd like to do something more public and more tangible, in just a few minutes I'll have details on that public memorial. You know, Adam, it's been a tough and challenging morning. Just seeing all of the officers converge here on the hospital, showing love and support, no doubt, to the Del Rio family as well as to each other. It's just been overwhelming.
I know you were out there. It's been now more than 8 hours since you first got out there in front of Grandview Medical Center. My question is, I also know that you were out there as those officers started getting there and arriving. Were they visibly emotional as they arrived to those hospital doors?
Some of them were visibly shaken. Some of them thanked us for our coverage, you know, and we returned and said that, you know, we're just sending our love and support. So, yes, some were visibly shaken, others very stoic, trying to keep a straight face, but we know that underneath all of the exterior, the interior has to be in pain. And we also know that Dayton police in general have really been through a trying year already. So, you know, to end this way, it's just another in a long line of trying events in 2019.
Difficult year, all right. Letitia, thank you so much for reporting live from in front of Grandview Medical Center. We, of course, do have additional coverage of the shooting and investigation on Ruskin Road that led to Detective Del Rio being shot. Once there, you'll also find more about his service with the Dayton Police Department. That right now on our WHIO streaming app. That's available, by the way, on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Let's not forget, we are in the middle of a storm tracking alert as winter weather has moved right into the Miami Valley. Storm Center 7 meteorologist Dante Jones joins us live now with the latest track from Live Doppler 7.
Yeah, Adam, so far we're picking up some snow showers and some flurries mixed in with the snow showers, and at times just flurries as well. There was a flurry of activity, if you will, across the Dayton area here for the past few minutes. We were seeing this on our cameras, but now it's let up just a little bit. So no doubt some of you still seeing some wintry mix out there and some flurries. This is the back edge of that frontal boundary, and as the cold air tries to get in here with the moisture, it'll switch over from rain into snow. So right now we're seeing some snow around the London area, Washington Courthouse, but a little closer towards South Charleston and South Salone, seeing some snow shower activity there. Waynesville, seeing a few flurries. Xenia, looks like you're getting a mix of precipitation there. Troy up in the Tip City, Inglewood, New Lebanon, all seeing a few flurries out there so far. So we're starting to get that to get out of here. Then we will start to flirt with some record cold temperatures as we move into tonight and tomorrow. A decent day shaping up for us on Sunday, but that's the calm before the next storm system. The next storm system could bring us some accumulating snow on Monday. I'm going to talk about that in the full forecast coming up in the next few minutes. Adam.
Well, Dante, as you know, we've been seeing wet roads throughout the morning. That's why News Center 7's Kayla Cravell joins us live from Storm Tracker 7 with a look at the current conditions. Kayla.
Adam, that's right. You know, I was out here during daybreak, and I can tell you that it was wet then. It's remained wet because Dante was just saying that we've seen those flurries out here, a little bit of that rain, so it's just kept the roads slick enough with that water on it. Now, as we were saying earlier, there's no ice or anything expected to be on these roads. The ground is warm enough that you don't have to worry about slick spots from ice, but you can see where the water is just kind of sitting on these roads. Another thing to really pay attention to as well well are the leaves that are kind of gathering on the edges of the roads as well. Those can cause your tires to lose some traction as you're out driving, so it's just something to pay attention to. Slow down in those areas. Try not to brake too hard, especially if you're in an area with a lot of trees where you could maybe come across some leaves that have fallen onto the ground. Now, to keep up to date on all the weather happenings that are going on right now, make sure you download the free WHIO weather app. We keep that updated with all the information you'll need. Reporting live from Storm Tracker 7, Kayla Cravel, News Center 7.
All right, Kayla, thank you. Well, remember, I-75 was shut down for hours this morning. This after someone was hit and killed on the interstate. What we know so far about the victim and how this happened.
I'm Mike Campbell at Grandview Hospital, where we continue to monitor the latest developments in the story of fallen officer George Del Rio. Dayton police officer here being treated, has gone into organ donation surgery here this morning. We will keep you up to date on what happens next and the plans for celebration of life services next week in our 90 minutes of news starting at 5.
Why choose Vein Solutions?
Because we are here for you. Call today and learn why we are the place for all your vein treatment needs.
Before you wake up, Storm Center 7 meteorologist Kirsty Santini is already tracking storms with live Doppler 7 radar, pinpointing when severe weather will hit the Miami Valley and how it'll impact your day. Weather coverage you can count on. Weekday morning starting at 4:25 a.m.
At Furniture Fair, we don't have stores all across the country. We're located right here in Dayton. Our customers aren't numbers, they're neighbors. Your kids probably go to school with our kids. And chances are your furniture is our furniture. So the next time you're thinking new living room, new bedroom, think Furniture Fair, the Miami Valley's furniture and mattress superstore. For more than 50 years, locally owned, locally grown.
Think you can't afford the brand new stylish low-maintenance bathroom of your dreams? Think again. Bath Creations will transform your old tub into a walk-in shower like this for as little as $99 a month. For a limited time, get a free shower door with purchase of a tub-to-shower conversion. Visit our website and get your free quote today.
Is your child being bullied? Go to stopbullyingdayton.org and complete our questionnaire. We will review your issue and possibly represent your family at no cost. If the school system will not stand up for your child, let us review your case for free. Go to stopbullyingdayton.org.
Hey there, Ohio residents on Medicare. It may come as a surprise, but Medicare doesn't pay for everything. So help bridge the gap with a Medigap insurance plan, like an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company. Medigap plans help pay some of what Medicare doesn't, reducing your out-of-pocket costs. There are also zero networks and zero referrals needed. Call or click now to connect with United Healthcare Insurance Company. Find out about the range of AARP Medicare supplement plans and rates available. The only plans of their kind endorsed by AARP. And here's something exciting that comes with being an insured member of an AARP Medicare supplement plan. At Your Best by United Healthcare. An offering of wellness resources and more to help you live better. So connect with United Healthcare today about AARP Medicare supplement plans.
Hollywood Gaming. Come play, where the rewards and thrills never end. Right now, when you sign up for a My Choice card, you can get up to $500 in free play. $30 guaranteed. Hollywood Gaming at Dayton Raceway.
It's time to upgrade now into a brand new vehicle at Jeff Weiler Toyota in Springfield.
You're watching News Center 7 at noon. As it continues, I'm Letitia Perry outside of Grandview Medical Center, where we are continuing our coverage of the shooting that left a 30-year police veteran with grave injuries here at Grandview. That shooting taking place on Monday in Dayton during a DEA drug raid. Dayton Police Detective George Del Rio is an organ donor. He is here at Grandview Medical Center. There's been an outpouring of support all week since news of the shooting broke Monday night. Prayers for Del Rio Rio's family, prayers for the family of Blue, all law enforcement officers across the Miami Valley who knew him, who worked with him, who heard of the good work that he did in the 30-year career. Now, a few minutes ago, I did promise you details on the public memorial that's happening. It's going to be happening this Monday evening from 4 until 9 p.m. at UD Arena. Again, that's a public memorial, 4 to 9 on Monday at UD Arena. We're also told that funeral services will follow the next day, Tuesday morning, but we are not sure of the specific time. We are working to get that, and as soon as we get that, we'll of course let you know, and we'll also post it on our WHIO News app and on our website at WHIO.com. Continuing our Team 7 coverage, Letitia Perry, News Center 7.
Letitia, thank you. Also, News Center 7 working to learn the name of the person killed after being hit by a pickup truck on southbound I-75. This was all near the Middletown exit this morning. Now, we first brought you this as breaking news this morning on Daybreak. Now we are learning that that person who was killed is a woman. State troopers say they're still trying to notify next of kin. Sergeant Christina Hayes said the car that hit that woman did stop. However, other cars who may have also been involved kept going.
One vehicle did stop that we do know for a fact hit her. At this point, we don't have any other vehicles that have stopped.
News Center 7 is working right now to gather more information during our 90 minutes of news beginning at 5. Also new at noon, Clark County deputies investigating a threat at Tecumseh schools. According to a release, a school resource officer received a tip that a man was on his way to the school with a gun and narcotics. Deputies did find a man parked between the high school and the middle school. The school was placed on, all of these schools rather, were placed on lockdown while deputies took him into custody. News Center 7's Jenna Lawson is digging into this incident as we speak. She'll have the charges that man now faces and the very latest details during our News Center 7 beginning at 5. It started off as a wet morning, but then, yes, flurries moved in. If you look out the window in some parts, you'll see them. This is video from Warren County. You can see coming down pretty steady in that area.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I think I can officially sing that song now, right? It does look like our production technician just screaming in the background. Saying, no, quit saying that. Well, it is. It's looking like Christmas, although it's certainly not. But we've got some flurries across the area, but it's not sticking. Ground much too warm. And we were thinking yesterday, well, all this week, really, the model's going back and forth of, is this precipitation still going to be here when all the cold air comes in? And if it does, then it's going to switch over to snow. And then the big question was how much of this switches over to snow. And so the best thinking was maybe a dusting to maybe a half an inch in some places, and others seeing just flurries. And so far, it looks like we are just seeing the flurries. The colder air still trying to infiltrate in here, but it's not quick enough. So luckily, we're not seeing a lot of sticking around, thankfully. Columbus seeing some snow right about now. Switch over there, of course, us in the Dayton, but you see the back edge there. So some of us still will see some flurries around throughout the course of the afternoon. By about mid-afternoon, this front's going to get out of here. We're going to be drying the skies, but you see some flurries out there, gray skies. Temperatures, though, in the 30s. That's why we're seeing the switch over, because we are starting to cool the air. Earlier today, we were in the 40s. 26 in Wilmington, so seeing some snow in Wilmington. 29 in Dayton, seeing some there. I was looking out the window just before we came on air, seeing some of that switch over there into snow. 29 in Kettering, 25 in Greenville, 24 in Springfield, I'm sorry, 25 degrees there. And then we got the breezes, about 15-mile-an-hour breezes in Greenville, but the gusts are a little higher than that. So we're going to keep the skies, for the most part, on the wetter side up until about mid-afternoon, 2, 3 o'clock. We'll still see some flurries around there. Temperatures in the 30s, but the winds will make it feel colder. The winds will make it feel like it's in the 20s. So here are the wind gusts. As we go through the afternoon, still pretty breezy, about 20-mile-an-hour gusts at times, sustained winds about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Heading to the evening hours, we're still looking at some pretty gusty winds, 10 to 15-mile-an-hour winds, gusting up to about 20, 25 miles an hour. Still staying breezy, 10 to 15-mile-an-hour breezes first thing tomorrow morning. Temperature's going to be taking a little tumble, so it's going to really feel cold tomorrow. By the afternoon tomorrow, the winds really back down. So the wind chills tonight by 6 o'clock, feeling like it's in the 20s. Then tomorrow morning, it's going to feel like it's about 14, 15 degrees in the morning. It's cold. And then by tomorrow afternoon, it'll feel like it's in the lower 30s. Tomorrow night, going to feel like it's in the upper teens to right around 20 degrees. So for the rest of the afternoon, you see those showers and snow drift on off to the south and towards the east. There's about 2, 3 o'clock, and it's out of here. By the evening rush, we're dry. The pavement might still be wet. We might get a slick spot or two, but no precipitation falling from the sky, and we're just dry from here on out. Clouds come back in by Saturday afternoon, so we'll call it partly cloudy for Saturday afternoon. Then as we head into Monday, we got this big area of low pressure that swings on by, and that gives us some precipitation there on Monday as well, and some snow here that could accumulate on Monday. Right now, the models are calling anywhere from 1 inch to 3 inches, but that's going to change more than likely, so don't take that to the bank. I'm just saying right now we're saying accumulating because one model says 1, another says 3, but they come every 6 hours, so we'll get some changes and some updates. So don't go telling everybody that, oh, they said it's going to snow 3 inches on Monday. Nope, that's not what we're saying. So temperatures are falling through the day, really gusty winds. Tonight we're looking at 23 degrees, wind chills in the teens by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. It's going to stay cold tomorrow afternoon, 35 degrees, sunshine, 44 on Saturday and sunny, so we're still looking at a cold one for the first part of the weekend. 52 degrees for us on Sunday, cloudy skies, and some snow showers on Monday. Again, we're calling accumulating snow, but how much right now? Still yet to be determined. Adam.
Dante, thank you. Saying goodbye to a beloved Dayton detective who's undergoing surgery right now for organ donation. Our Team 7 coverage of Officer George Del Rio continues right after the break.
The stories that impact you, your family, our community.
News Center 7's I-Team digs into the tough investigations.
Community safety, corruption, unsolved crime.
Standing up for people here in the Miami Valley.
Holding those in power accountable.
And combing through the evidence to bring you real, clear answers.
It's what drives us every single day.
The News Center 7 I-Team. That's coverage you can count on.
Clark State offers popular majors in health and IT near you in Beaver Creek. Enroll now. Spring semester starts January 13th. Clark State, the career you want, the degree you need.
Hi, I'm Dr. Demeter. When I'm not playing the piano, you can find me at Vein Solutions. Call today to learn how we can help.
The future of mobility is now, and available exclusively at MedMart, so you can regain your independence. Introducing the Will C, the most advanced personal mobility device you can own. Getting up from a fall no longer burdens your caregiver when you pick yourself up with IndyLift. The latest innovation from Jazzy Scooters, featuring exclusive zero-turn technology. State-of-the-art equipment from MedMart, so you can.
At work, you have these rights: to be paid properly for all the hours you work. In most cases, to be paid overtime, even if you're a supervisor or manager. And to work free of all discrimination. If you feel you've been mistreated at work, call today and let us fight for you.
If you're hiding your legs, MVL can help.
I know I'm getting the best care possible at MVL. There are people that care. I would recommend MVL to anyone, and I do all the time.
Get your life back with MVL 281-0200.
Buy 2 windows, get 1 free, plus 0% financing. Call Universal Windows Direct.
Well, right now, our News Center 7 crews are at Grandview Medical Center, where Officer George Del Rio is in surgery for organ donation. Just earlier today, dozens of law enforcement officers lined the halls for the honor walk. Del Rio was shot Monday while serving a search warrant at the home on Ruskin Road. Dayton Police Chief Richard Beal said that Del Rio would not survive his injuries. When that surgery is over, Del Rio's body will be taken by ambulance to the coroner's office, and there will be a small procession. You, of course, can count on Team 7 news coverage every step of the way. We will break back in live if we have any new details. We also are covering breaking news out of Trotwood. This a live look at Wolf Road, just south of Turner Road, where a car, you see it right there, wrapped around a pole. You can see what appears to be a Cadillac smashed on the driver's side. Police still on scene. Obviously a pretty bad accident there. Our News Center 7 crew will remain on scene, working to find out exactly what caused this accident and how many people may have been hurt. We will update you on our WHIO News app. A look at what's coming up later today on News Center 7 at 5. Next.
If you have a workers' comp or Social Security claim, call 1-800-ELK-OHIO.
Veterans Week marches on.
Retired Air Force, Marine Corps veteran, Coast Guard, right?
That's right. America's best.
Would do it all over again if they asked me to.
Take on America's game.
Wheel of Fortune, tomorrow at 7 on Channel 7.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Claire. She has AT&T DirecTV. I get tons of HD. Spectrum has tons of HD. On demand and the sports channels are included. DirecTV Select doesn't include the sports channels. And we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. I don't get that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-957-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 100 megabits with no data caps. My starting speed's only 50 megabits. Spectrum is 2 times faster.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm in one contract for TV, second one for internet. It could cost hundreds to cancel. Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll help buy out yours. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-957-4499.
Save big money with your next project right now at Menards. Get a tool that's built to last with Boss Stitch products. This long-life, oil-free, and maintenance-free 6-gallon air compressor is lightweight and portable. Get it for just $99. Keep your car running smoothly with Shell Motor Oil. This clean engine motor oil provides economical value and performance in a trusted brand. $179 per quart. Save on everything for your home improvement projects. Right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm attorney Blake Maislin. I have an established practice in Cincinnati where we receive thousands of calls each year from people asking for help. We've grown this large because we're different. We fight hard, we fight smart, and we get the money. We help people with their accidents, we help people with their injuries, we help rebuild people's homes, and we help rebuild lives. Now we're ready to fight in Dayton. We've established an office in Moraine, and we're ready to put your lives back together. If you want more, call 4.
XTP, have you tried this out? Our wild exclusive with Jimmy Fallon on the road in Austin, Texas. Next,
tonight at 7:30 on Channel 7.
Our News Center 7 reporters are in your communities right now working on stories we'll bring you new at 5. Mourning the loss of a local hero. A Dayton police officer, George Del Rio, undergoes surgery for organ donation. That's happening right now. We do have Team 7 coverage of the life and sacrifice of that Dayton officer shot earlier this week. We have already seen a large response of officers to honor Del Rio as he went into that surgery not long ago. Chief Richard Beal has said he will give a statement when Del Rio passes. We'll have complete Team 7 coverage when that happens right here on News Center 7, WHIO.com, and on our Facebook page. It's been a very difficult past few days for our community, but we also know it's a difficult day outside in terms of weather, too.
Luckily, the snow is getting out of here within the next couple of hours when we turn really cold.
All right, we'll see you right back here at 5.